Alright trainers, listen up, the ranked reset is almost here, and if you're walking blind, you're going to get crushed hard. But not today, because today you're getting the entire and ultimate tier list that actually matters. The one based on real stat, real tournament and real experience. If you're Masterball, if you're on top 1000, this is your new roadmap. And do yourself a favor, subscribe now. This channel is your cheat code for the ranked season. Alright channels, just before, for those who don't know me, I'm Sagittarian multigaming competitive player and I'm here to help you to reach Masterball and more. You will learn the meta, strategies and you will improve and crush them all. Alright, let's go. Time to dissect the Mega Rising B1 meta. So just before we start, my friend, one thing to note is that this tier list is my own and personal tier list based on tournament statistic and my experience. Alright, so we gonna start with Darkrai and Giratina. Rest in peace Darkrai and Giratina, because now it's just too slow for the meta and you cannot one-shot Mega Pokemon with the combo Darkrai plus Giratina 150 damage. It's not enough to kill Mega Evolution, alright? We have a lot of things to do, so if you want to go more in depth, you will have all the video and deck list at the end that I will present you just right here on my Sagis Pokénotes, links in the description. Rest in peace Darkrai, but it's not the worst deck now. We have also Gyarados and Suicune. This is not that bad, but Gyarados has trouble because of Magikarp. 30 HP is not enough. We have a lot of Heatmor, we have a lot of Greninja, we have Absol and other Pokemon that can one-shot Magikarp. And you need 4 energy, you need a good combination, the right setup to finally benefit of your Gyarados. So it's risky and it's pretty slow, even if this ability is so huge. You will have another version with Greninja, but it's not really better, it's pretty the same. It's pretty hard to grind the meta actually with Gyarados, but I have pretty decent matchups sometimes. I like this deck, even if it's not a great deck. Let's go with Magnezone Oricorio. This is really strong. It's almost S tier, but it's one of the best deck. It's in the top 5 deck. Actually, it wants a lot of tournament. You will not play Mega Evolutions, so if you're losing Pokemon, you will lose only 1 point. Oricorio is huge against Mega Evolution, again X Pokemon, and Magnezone can two-shot X or Mega Evolution. We will play with Chingling. Chingling is huge in the meta actually because you will slow your opponent. He cannot evolve, he cannot play Tool, he cannot play Pokeball, he cannot play Rare Candy, and we play also with a 2 Giant Cap because Magnezone can be one-shotted by Blaziken, for example, because he will hit 140 damage. We play with 2 Copycat. This is so damn strong because you will not get problem to evolve your Magnezone. Let's go with Darkrai and Mega Absol X. Really strong, really good in tournament. Also, you will have 2 versions, one with Oricorio and Pichu. This setup is so controlled and so strong. 2 Giant Cap, 2 Helio, Round Red. This is really good. And you have also another version with Chingling. Chingling and Tyrog, more aggressive. You can one-shot Oricorio, for example, with Tyrog, Giovanni and Darkrai. It's another way to play this deck and it's really good also. Let's go with Greninja Oricorio. I will put this in B tier. It's pretty standard. This deck exists since few seasons and it's still solid, it's still great, and it already runs some tournaments. But yeah, finally in this version, we remove Giratina for other good trainers as Copycat, Guzma, Irida, Ron Frogadier. The level 1 of evolution can be interesting if you face a lot of Chingling, for example, because if not, you can be destroyed just because of Chingling and you will not be able to evolve and your game is over. So it can be interesting to play some level 1 in your deck. For Ron Frogadier in this deck, we remove Giratina, it's more consistent and it's great. And this time let's go with the new Suicune Greninja EX. This deck is a beast. This is the new Suicune, better than the last season, more fluid. The trainers are so damn good in this deck. Copycat gives you more consistency. You can use different abilities of Greninja, Water Shuriken or the free retreat of Greninja EX. You will draw a ton of cards. Also with Suicune you will deal good damage. It's a real pleasure to play this deck, so this is why it's S tier, my friend. Now let's go with Decidueye EX. This deck wins a lot of tournaments and it falls off days after days until C tier. It's around 50% of win rate, a bit more, but I still like this deck. I still like this sniper bird, and I think also it's because now we have a new version of Blaziken. This version is Blaziken and Heatmor, and this deck is really huge and it's really strong, really consistent, and this is why I think that Decidueye falls off and Blaziken have a huge burst potential for 120 damage plus burning. We have also Heatmor. You can chip all your opponent Pokemon and grab them with Cyrus. It's really consistent. It's more consistent than the version with Entei, and difference is huge because the version that I'm talking about sits at D tier also. I'll put this here, and yeah, for the moment this deck it's around 47%. It won some tournaments, but it was the first days of the season and the power of this version falls off also. Let's talk about one of the most aggressive deck of this set, if not the most aggressive deck. It's the new Rampados, Hydreigon Absol EX, and also Absol normal. You can see videos on those decks, and on my last video about Hydreigon, I won a game just at turn 2. It's just insane and stupid how it can. It's fast and hard. 140 damage, 2 free energy. We play with Velus against Chingling. Hydreigon is brutal. You can chip with Absol normal and grab Pokemon with Cyrus. You play so with one Sabrina. Is polyvalent and aggressive. I like to play with Dark Pendant to add something spicy in this deck that is actually really strong. If you want a fast game, if you want to grind fast, this deck is your go-to. But you can also lose fast if you misplay or if your draws are bad. We have also another version of Suicune, Greninja, and Giratina that is so damn good in tournament, but it's more tricky to play. You will have to make a choice if you put energy on Giratina or if you attack, but it's really solid in tournament. It's more difficult and technically harder, but it's really solid. I put this in A tier just before Darkrai and Absol. Let's talk about another and funny deck that is not that bad. It just comes right after Decidueye and Decidueye EX, and it's a immortal deck. I think it's the best deck if you face aggro deck. The only weakness of this deck is big burst of some deck as Blaziken that will deal a ton of damage in one hit. But you will be able to heal 40 plus 20 plus 20. You will heal for 70 per turn, and even 100 HP healed if you play with your 2 Espeon. So Espeon EX, Indeedee EX is really great and it's really fun, but game will take time. And as I said, one of the main weakness of this deck is if your opponent have the possibility of deal big damage in just one hit. This is why we play with 2 giant cap prevent that and to improve the efficiency of the heal. Let's talk about Pidgeot EX and Pidgeot. Unfortunately, the card is great, the card is good for promotion card, but it's still not meta. This is the sadness, this is garbage, and this is the worst deck of this list actually in terms of statistic and tournament. Now let's talk about the deck that I love, and this will maybe my go-to, and I will put a coin on this deck. I really love this deck. It finishing so hard. It's Mega Absol EX, Greninja, and Darkrai and Chingling. Help us a lot to deal a ton of damage. It improves a lot the efficiency of Absol because we will deal more damage, 20 plus 20 plus 20 plus Absol, plus the capacity of Absol. This is really great. Thanks for Copycat. Thanks also for Rocky Helmet. All those tools will grant ton of damage with the good abilities of Absol. It's really great to play. Try this deck, it's really fun. Now let's talk about Luxray plus Oricorio. I never played a lot with Luxray, but this Pokemon can be surprising, and with Oricorio, it managed to deal some good games. We play of course with Volkner, Zeraora, and Elemental Switch, who gives us fast and strong attacks. We play with 2 versions of Luxray in this deck. Let's talk about Silvally Oricorio. It's pretty the same than Luxray, but it can be slow in some case if you start, for example, first and you will have Oricorio in front, but it can be also great if you play second, for example, and you will have Silvally and you will deal a ton of damage, trainers after trainers. So Silvally is still here, my friend. Now let's talk about Mega Pinsir EX and Leafeon EX, and it's still not great. You can have some good plays with Silvally and Will that will help you to deal damage, but it's pretty hard to set up and it's not that great also in tournament against the other better deck. It's really weak also against Blaziken because it's a grass deck, for example. So unfortunately, is one of the worst Mega Evolution with Ampharos. Ampharos has good amount of HP. You play with Oricorio. It's a mid-range control deck, but damage are not enough, I think. And I will put this in D tier. It's pretty random. We need Elemental Switch and Electrical Cord to ramp up a bit and gives us more energies. It's not that amazing. Let's talk about Moltres and Charizard. We can think that is strong because Charizard hits at 200, but it's hard to set up. It's really weak against a water deck. And we have a lot of Suicune Greninja deck that are faster than us. We have also electric weakness with Moltres and water with Charizard. And even if Charizard is strong, it takes time to set up. And also based on tournament, the deck won just one tournament and some cards was paint as Greninja, for example, or Suicune, or some other good card in the meta. So yeah, this is pretty sad for Charizard actually. Let's talk about Poison deck. Poison is back, my friend, because some deck don't play with Guzma, so this is a good thing for us. So there is a place for Guzzlord and Naganadel and Nihilego. The main source of damage will be the Poison, and also with Poison Barb, the 2 copycat will give us more consistency in this deck, and this is really not that bad. In terms of Poison, we have also better, and this deck won recently tournament. It's the version with Absol. We play Absol with Nihilego plus Naganadel plus Darkrai. We play also with Poison Barb, Copycat, and Poison plus Darkrai plus Absol. You will deal a good amount of damage and you will also benefit of the good ability of Mega Absol X. Now what we have? We have also the old Suicune EX, Greninja, Giratina, and Oricorio. And for this deck, as Darkrai and Giratina, rest in peace. That was the monster of the last season, and as you can see here, Suicune still exists, Greninja still exists, and Greninja EX exists now, and it's really better than before. But the gap between this deck and the other deck is not that big that the Suicune of the old ladder version. The meta actually is really great. S tier, A tier, B tier, even C tier can win tournament and do a lot of things. You have a lot of deck to play actually. And now let's talk about, I think, the first deck of the meta with Suicune and Greninja EX. This is Mega Altaria EX plus Indeedee plus Chingling. We play also in this deck with one Girachi. And why this is strong? Because it's really polyvalent. You can do everything. You will have great burst, 130 damage easily with just Pokemon in your bench. With Mega Altaria EX, you will have heal. You will play with Chingling. You will annoy your opponent in evolution strategy. You will not be able to play Duel because of Chingling. You can snipe also with Girachi. We will have more damage with Rocky Helmet. You will have good trainer. This is the great and perfect all-rounder. Also with Suicune and Greninja EX. We have also here Arceus EX and Crobat. And I think I will put this just right here. Play with Chingling. The deck is not that bad. We play also with Lysia to give us more chance to draw Pokemon we want. And Zubat. We play with Copycat, Red Card. It's not that bad, but it's not that great. And this deck turns around 48% of win rate actually in tournaments, so it's okay, but it's not amazing. And the last deck we will talk about is Jolteon Pikachu EX. This deck is not amazing. Jolteon is cool, but it's not really powerful, my friend, and I will put this as strong as Entei Blaziken. I put maybe also Darkrai just right here. And yeah, we play with Elemental Switch, Electrical Cord, but even if with those tools and Pikachu EX to finish, Pikachu EX will not one-shot all Pokemon as the previous season. So this is why I think it's a D tier. Alright, I think we are great here. Mega Altaria EX, Indeedee EX, Suicune, Greninja EX are so damn good actually, really consistent. All those A tier deck are so huge also, and the gap between all those decks is so small. As I said, you can play a lot of deck, and this meta is really great for the moment. I really like also B-tier deck, Hydreigon, and this deck is surprisingly good with Absol, Greninja, and Darkrai. You can go Decidueye if you want. If you love heal, play this deck is also great. If you love create surprise with Poison, Luxray or Silvally, they can be a good option also. And D-tier you can't play, but you will not chain win streak after win streak and sadness. I don't recommend to play with. So yeah, if you want to go more in depth details and watch the video deck by deck, you will have all the list and all the video on my Sagis Podcast linked in the description. And that's it, the complete Mega Rising B1 tier list. So many decks, so many playstyle, and now you've got every weapon you need to dominate rank. And if you want more meta deck stat analysis and real gameplay breakdown, do the smart thing. Hit that subscribe and join the climb. Good luck out there, and let's farm those wins.